Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's video, we will discuss before you start affiliate marketing. Now, we are going to discuss the hardest part of affiliate marketing, and before you start, it's all about niche selection. So what I will cover in this video will be niches that I would look at, things that I like, what I would most certainly avoid, and where and how you can find winning niches that make money. And of course, I'll get in some tips along the way. So, what is it that I look for? First and foremost, one of the things that I look for immediately is, can I rank for the keywords? What's the competition? What's their backlink profile? How many people are in that space? First and foremost is always, can I beat the competition as far as search results? Can I rank for the keywords? Now, the very next thing, maybe should have been the first thing, but not always, is what is the profit potential? Now, I'll cover more on this later on how you can find profitable niches that are already winning, but more on that later, like I mentioned. And then the number one piece that I want to know before I start a project with one of my partners, or maybe if someone brings something to me, is once I'm ranking, can I create my own product? Is it something that I can outsource and put my own label on so I can maximize my profit? So, some of the niches that I absolutely adore, the niches that I love for my affiliate marketing campaigns, are I'm looking at, is it something that the end consumer or the person or the business needs? Is it a need? Every single time, no matter what, needs sell better than wants. For example, if you have let's say, halitosis, your breath is absolutely horrible, right? Or you have a set of golf balls. Now, golf balls sell well, but they won't sell as for high of a ticket pricing as you will for halitosis medicine. And when people want that, they want it, and they want it right now. This is just an example. So I like a lot of others, but I'm looking to solve an immediate problem that needs a solution. I have found these to be the most profitable, and in my opinion, some of the best. Now, here are a few of the affiliate niches that I absolutely despise or I dislike. Obviously, if it's low profit, if I cannot make my own product, sometimes, I'll take it, but generally I'll pass. I absolutely will not work with anything that has to do with money, for example, such as credit cards or anything to do with a person's life. These are called your money or your life niches. You could go ahead and look this up, but these are things that I absolutely avoid. And another thing, like I mentioned in the last slide here, it has to provide a solution, but if it could be bought anywhere, like you could just go right down to the grocery store or CVS or into your mall or whatever the case may be. If you could buy it anywhere, it's really not worth my time. And another thing that I actually despise the most is any type of item or niche that has to be consistently updated. Now, what I mean by this, as an example, would be, let's say electronics, right? Let's say gaming mouses or TVs or anything along those lines. These are highly profitable, yet highly competitive. But what I really despise or dislike about these niches is the fact that I have to continuously update content, continuously give out and shell out money for content, rankings. I'm always building new pages. It's an absolute no-go. I'm looking for evergreen content, something that I could build and rank and profit. Now, the very last thing is, this might be controversial on your opinion side. However, in my opinion, I try to avoid Amazon. Now, there are some times that you absolutely will have to incorporate this, especially if maybe you're already getting traffic and you would like to monetize a little bit better. However, I try to avoid Amazon because of low percentages, and what I run into is getting accounts blocked and or banned. Now, how do you find the winners? Now, like I mentioned, I will go into a live demonstration with you right after this slide share here, but I won't go over every single detail, but I'll give you a general understanding, and it's how do you find winners? Generally, what I will do is I will check the marketplaces. Now, if you have not laid down a deposit, you will not be able to check Empire Flippers, but you'll be able to see some of them. But Flippa will give you some understanding of niches that are winning, so that's a good marketplace that you can check immediately. Also, I like to go to CPA websites. I will show you one of them that I belong to on one of my accounts, and what I'm looking for is, can I make money by ranking in search? So I don't want to throw ads at it. It is, can I rank and beat and win from search? When I'm looking at my niches and I'm looking at the competition or sites that are winners, are these sites winning because they're paying money and have a crazy budget, or are they ranking through organic search? So let's go over some quick tips and tactics on finding some winners. Let's go. All right, so we are on Flippa. Like I mentioned, there are numerous resources as far as marketplaces, but this is a good place that you could start looking for niche ideas to see what's winning. Now, generally, I like to go ahead and look for some of the highest prices. Why? Because we know that if it's on this site, generally when they sell a website, it's at a 20, maybe 25x multiple on the amount of their monthly income. Okay, so it's a 20x. You know that these sites that are selling for a relatively high amount, it's on a 20x multiple, so we can consider that these would potentially be winners. We're just looking for ideas. So that's how I would go about it. You know, we have this stress less. I'm not affiliated with these sites. I don't know who these people are. I'm just doing this as an example, by the way. So these are some of the sites. We can just go ahead and take a look. And then what I would do is I'm just getting a feel for the niche. This is a great place to get some ideas. You can scroll through. We're taking a look. Now, when we go ahead and we take a look, we're looking at a few things. Primarily, we want to go ahead and look, and this is just an example. What are they selling? This looks like they are selling clothing of some sort. They have relatively low rankings, but then I would go ahead and I would take a look on SimilarWeb and see where their traffic is coming from. This does not give any example, but generally what I would do is I would go on to SimilarWeb, see how they are getting their traffic. I would see the type of products. Then I would head on over to Google. I would take a look at site : and I would put in their website to see their ranking pages. Or you could head over to a tool like Ubersuggest and see their top ranking pages, and then you can see what's bringing in their traffic, and then you could start checking their keywords, start checking what's bringing in traffic, evaluate the competition. So that's how I would go about getting niche ideas and evaluating from some of the platforms. Now let's just jump into CPA network such as Max Bounty. Now I have worked with Max Bounty before. I'm not saying it's the best, it's just one that I belong to, and I had an account and I brought it up for you guys. So this is just another way of looking for winning niches. Now it would be along the same lines as the last way when looking on Flippa. I would find these sites. Let's just say, for instance, This site right here is paying 80 a lead. It's mail enhancement. Okay, that's generally, here's 64. Okay, Rotor Razor Saw, $64 per lead. Perfect. So let's just go ahead and open that up. What I do is I would go ahead and take a look. And now that I know that this is paying it's a particular saw, I would see if maybe I could outsource it. All right, so this must be a relatively new campaign. So these examples have been absolutely horrendous, but you could see the breakdown and the tips of, and this is a long process. I'm looking at the traffic, I'm looking at the keywords, right? I'm looking at the competition. I'm looking if I can rank above the sites that are ranking for particular niches. But where I get ideas will be on other platforms. I'll get ideas from CPA networks. I'll see what's winning, what's paying a high cost per acquisition, CPA, right? And if any of those things align and I feel like I have an entry in a market, or I could team up with somebody and we could join forces, then these are the types of things that we would go after. But that is exactly what we're going with. I'm glad that I could share this with you. As far as before you start with your affiliate marketing campaigns, it's all about the niche selection. So go out there, see what's winning, see if you can rank, and then I look forward to seeing you in the next SEO, affiliate marketing, digital marketing video. We hope to see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.